Now, there's only a few of you in here, but I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Star Wars trivia questions because I got some great ones for you. And if you are an audio listener listening now, you can still play. I will give you a couple seconds of time to think about these questions and give me your answers. Let's see how well you did. If you're listening on the podcast stream, shoot me a message and tell me how many you got correct. And if you're watching this video later, in the comment section below, let me know how many you got right, okay? So we got 10 questions here. And we're going to start off really easy. We're going to do it easy for you. And this is going to be a challenge for everyone who's in the chat right now. Let's see who the victor will be. So again, we're going to start off really easy. We're going to start off with a question. What vehicle did Rey live in The Force Awakens? I'll give you some quick options. So was it an AT-AT, an AT-ST, a Star Destroyer, or a Land Speeder? What vehicle did Rey live in The Force Awakens? Go ahead, guys. Throw your answers in the chat. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to see who gets the first point here. The winner will get a prize. It will get a prize. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but we'll find out here in a second. So what vehicle did Rey live in? I'm going to give you guys 5 more seconds. Was it an AT-AT, an AT-ST, a Star Destroyer, or a Land Speeder? Okay, we have 3 people that said AT-AT. Mr. High Ground was first, so Mr. High Ground, you have the first point. I'm keeping track here. Mr. High Ground, 1 point. Good job. All of you got it. Great job. That's great. High Ground got it first, so let's go on to the next question here, which is... All right, this goes all the way back to Return of the Jedi. Who, again, we're starting off easy, okay? We're starting off with the easy ones. Who killed Jabba the Hutt? Was it Luke Skywalker? Was it Leia Organa? Was it Han Solo? Or was it C-3PO? Put your answers in the chat quick. Let's see who gets the next point. Who killed Jabba the Hutt? Was it Luke, Leia, C-3PO, or Han Solo? If you say C-3PO, you're just messing with me. All right. Okay, everyone. A lot of people have answered now. Look at that. Quick Draw says diabetes. Diabetes killed. I'm gonna give you a participation point because that was really funny. But First Galactic got this one right. Good job, man. Leia was the one who killed Jabba the Hutt. All right. First Galactic has a point. Okay. Let's again, starting off easy, and I got one more really easy question for you, and then we're going to get into the hard stuff. So don't cheat. Don't look at your computer or your phone. You got to be honest with us, okay? So here's the next easy one for Star Wars trivia. Who wiped out all of the information about the planet Kamino from the Jedi archives? Okay? Your options are Sifo Dyas, Count Dooku, Darth Sidious, or Jedi Master Yoda? Who wiped all the info about Kamino from the Jedi archives? Send in your answers really quick. Robin McFly says Diego Luna. You're correct. It was Diego Luna. I'm just kidding. Oh, I think you were answering that about Jabba. I got you. All right, so who wiped all the info about Kamino from the Jedi archives? People are saying Count Dooku. Well, that is correct. And the first person who said that was Lando Ferrando. Look at that. Mike Lando from Sith Talkers got a point. Okay, guys, we have 3 people with 1 point. So it's about to get like in the nitty gritty. It's about to get real. Okay, Mr. High Ground has a point. First Galactic has a point, and now Lando has a point. Now I'm just going based off who I see first in the chat here. Okay, Hillary Clinton. All right, Quick Draw might end up winning this by just funny points, like participation points. We'll see. All right, so let's go on to the next question here. We're going to start to get a little bit more difficult, okay? This is for more truer Star Wars fans. We're really going to test your knowledge here, okay? So let's see what you got. Okay, now going all the way to Return of the Jedi. Okay? According to the Emperor, what was Luke's weakness? Was it his faith in the light side? Was it his faith in his friends? Was it lack of vision? Or was it resistance to the dark side? According to the Emperor, what is Luke's weakness? Throw your answers in really quick. Again, his faith in the light side, faith in his friends, lack of vision, or resistance to the dark side. According to the Emperor, what was Luke Skywalker's weakness? All right. Answers are coming in here. If you're an audio listener, the time is up. All right. So everyone has said friends, faith in friends, and that is the correct answer. And I think the first person who got it was First Galactic Podcast. All right. They're in the lead. First Galactic Podcast is in the lead. Luke's weakness, according to the Emperor, was his faith in his friends. Powerful moment in that movie. Okay, here's another one. What did Owen Lars tell Luke Skywalker about his father? That he was a Jedi Knight, that he was a Sith Lord, that he was a fighter pilot, or that he was a navigator on a space freighter? Or a spice freighter, I'm sorry, not space freighter. So those are your options. What did Owen Lars tell Luke about his father? Again, Jedi Knight, Sith Lord, fighter pilot, or navigator on a spice freighter. Mr. Highground says Jedi. Lando says navigator. First Galactic says navigator. Okay. This was kind of a tricky question. The actual answer is a navigator on a spice freighter. So Lando was the first one to put that in the chat. So Lando has 2. Okay, guys. I'm sorry, Mr. High Ground. Don't worry. It is kind of a tricky question. But okay, so Lando and First Galactic Podcast, you are tied. Okay, you both have 2 points. So now again, these questions are just going to get harder. So here we go. Quick Draw says fighter pilot. Well, he was, that is true, but you're all right. He was a Jedi. He was a fighter pilot, but the actual answer was a navigator on a spice freighter, which was the only one that wasn't true, actually. Okay, here we go. This is for all my Padme fans out there. I'm looking at you, Robin McFly. Okay, so what were Padme's last words? Now, I don't have options for this one, and you don't have to get it 100% correct. You just got to get the gist of it. So what were Padme's last words? If you can tell me who she said her last words to, you'll get an extra point for that as well. So what were Padme's last words, and who did she say it to? But you're an alligator. You're right, it was an alligator. Lando says it was Anakin saying no. First Galactic Podcast said that there's good in him. I know there is. And Mr. Highground says Obi-Wan. So does First Galactic Podcast. Okay, so Padme's last words in Revenge of the Sith were, Obi-Wan, there is good in him. I know there is. Those were her last words, and she did speak them to Obi-Wan Kenobi. So the person who got that first is First Galactic. You said there's good in him. I know there is. That is close, so I'll take it. You didn't have to get it 100%. So First Galactic has 3 points. So the last words Padme said were, Obi-Wan, there is good in him. I know there is. Mr. Highground says, is Anakin okay? Did she say that? Or did she say... Oh, she did say, is Anakin okay? But then she said, I know there's still good in him after that. Okay. And we only got a couple more questions here, okay? So here we go. The person in the lead is First Galactic Podcast with 3 points. Okay. It's getting tough. Let's go. This is a behind-the-scenes question. Where were the Hoth sequences filmed? So the snow planet at the beginning of Empire Strikes Back, where was that filmed? Was it filmed in Norway, Denmark, Iceland, or Greenland? Put your answers in quick. Where were Hoth sequences filmed in The Empire Strikes Back? This is the snow planet, so go ahead, throw them in there. Where in the world were they filmed? Was it Norway, Denmark, Iceland, or Greenland? And time is running out. Okay, so Mr. Highground says Antarctica. That wasn't even an option. You probably sent it in before I said that, but First Galactic says Norway. Lando says Denmark, and Mr. Highground says Norway. Okay, the correct answer is Norway. The Hoth sequences were filmed in Norway. So the person who said that first was First Galactic with 4 points. They're in the lead. They are winning this challenge so far, but there's still hope for some of you out there. So let's try another one, okay? Okay. Really take your time with this one. Do your math. How old was Anakin Skywalker during the Battle of Geonosis? I guess I can give you some options for this. Was he 19, 20, 21, or 22? How old was Anakin during the Battle of Geonosis? I'm going to give you 5 seconds here. How old was Anakin during the Battle of Geonosis? Throw in your answers quick. Don't let First Podcast win, First Galactic win, if you want to win this. You can beat him. I know you can. Mr. Highground says 24. Lando says 18. And Lando also says 19. The First Galactic says 20. Quick Draw says 20. Highground says 21. Okay. So the correct answer is Anakin Skywalker was 20 years old during the Battle of Geonosis. And the first person that said that was, of course, First Galactic Podcast. Good job. I hope you are doing this from your own knowledge and you're not cheating over there. I'm watching you. I believe you. Okay, so that was it for for Anakin's age. Okay, one more. This is the big one. Really take your time with this one and really think about it, okay? What bounty hunter was trying to capture Han Solo when Greedo first arrived in A New Hope? Which bounty hunter? And here are your options. Was it Boba Fett? Was it Dan Boren? Was it Aurora Singh? Or was it Bosk? What bounty hunter was trying to capture Han when Greedo first arrived? Boba Fett? Dan Boren? Aurora Singh? Or Bosk? This is a tricky one. Mr. Highground says Bosk. Sorry, guys, my camera went out for a second. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Mr. Highground says Bosk. Lando says Bosk. First Galactic says, this one I don't know, so you guys got this. Okay. Well, that's actually none of those are correct yet, so I'm going to give you another 5 seconds here to try and guess which one. So it's not Bosk. So was it Dan Boren, Aurora Singh, or Boba Fett? Again, this is a hard one. I didn't even know this one, so don't feel bad. Quick Draw says Boba Fett. First Galactic Podcast says the second guy. You can't give up your win and then come in with another answer. I'm just kidding. Lando says Boren. Mr. Highground says Aurora. Okay, no one has said the right answer. It's actually Dan Boren. And if you guys don't know who that is, I have a picture for you right here. You're not going to believe it. Okay? This is the bounty hunter that was trying to capture Han Solo. Dan Boren. The spaceman in the cantina. The spaceman from A New Hope. That's who it was. And he has an entire article about him on the Wikipedia. You can check it out. But this is the bounty hunter that was trying to capture Han Solo before Greedo. That is some really tough trivia for you there. So I know that one was kind of mean. But nobody gets... Actually, I'll give everyone a point for that. Okay. Do you guys want one more? I can do one more if you want. I can do one more question. But we don't have to. What the hell? I'll ask it anyway. Okay, this is the last question of the trivia today, and then we'll get into the stuff you're actually here to listen about and learn. So for the YouTubers and the podcast listeners, last question for the trivia. This one's worth 2 points. Count Dooku. Count Dooku was one of how many Jedi to leave the Jedi Order? Okay, so Count Dooku was one of how many Jedi to leave the Order? Was it 40? Was it 50? Was it 30? Was it 20? He was one of how many people to leave the Jedi Order? Was it 50, 40, 30, or 20? Quick Draw asks if that's Dustin Hoffman. That would be so cool if it was. Lando says that's McClunky. Yeah, I know. It's a little McClunky. Okay, Lando says 50. Mr. High Ground says 40. Quick Draw says 30. First Galactic says 20. So everyone gave a different answer. All right, well, the answer to how many Jedi left the Order with Count Dooku, the correct answer is 20. First Galactic got it again. Good job, First Galactic. You won the Star Wars trivia on your lunch break. It's pretty impressive. We'll do this again sometime, guys, because I really enjoy this. And I've been trying to think of ideas for something to do for my 100th episode, which is coming up really soon in 4 weeks. It's either 4 or 5 weeks, episode 100. It's going to be a great show. But good job, everybody. You guys did great. I mean, trust me, some of these questions I didn't even know the answers to. It's just the questions I asked. But First Galactic got 6 of them right. Now, a lot of you did get a good majority of them correct, too. It's just First Galactic said them first. Lando says, congrats, First Galactic. Yeah, congratulations. And again, the prize was you get to pick the topic for next week. So you let me know what you want to hear me talk about next week on Monday, and we'll dedicate. It can be as goofy as you want it to be. It could be as serious as you want it to be. But let me know, and we'll talk about it next week.